Frequent word-finding difficulties, often described as tip-of-the-tongue moments, can feel harmless at first. Many people dismiss them as stress, distraction, or simply a sign of aging. However, when these lapses begin to occur more often, when you pause mid-sentence, lose track of familiar words, or struggle to retrieve simple names, they may signal early hippocampal stress, the kind of subtle strain that precedes measurable memory decline. The hippocampus, located deep within the brain, is one of the first regions to show metabolic vulnerability to aging, inflammation, and oxidative stress. It is the structure responsible for forming new memories and linking them with words, meaning, and experiences. When its function begins to falter, language retrieval becomes inconsistent, thoughts feel disorganized, and communication requires more mental effort than before. These are not just benign signs of getting older. They are warnings that neural efficiency and cellular energy are beginning to slip. At first, the changes may seem minor, forgetting a familiar street name, taking longer to recall a friend's name, or hesitating in conversations more than usual. But repeated episodes of this kind may reflect an underlying imbalance in neurotransmitters, mitochondrial function, or microcirculatory blood flow in brain regions that handle language and memory integration. The problem can be worsened by factors such as chronic stress, sleep deprivation, poor nutrition, high blood pressure, or even prolonged exposure to digital devices that fragment attention. When left unchecked, these conditions can gradually erode the brain's resilience, leading to greater forgetfulness and diminished confidence in speaking or writing. Yet this process can be slowed and often reversed through mindful, proactive care. The hippocampus is one of the few areas in the brain capable of generating new neurons throughout life, a process known as neurogenesis. This regeneration depends strongly on lifestyle factors, particularly diet, exercise, mental stimulation, and emotional balance. One of the most powerful nutritional defenses comes from antioxidant-rich foods, which help neutralize oxidative damage that weakens hippocampal cells. Blueberries, walnuts, and dark chocolate are especially valuable because they contain flavonoids and polyphenol that directly enhance communication between neurons and improve blood flow to the brain. Blueberries, for example, have been shown to improve memory and learning capacity even in older adults by stimulating the growth of new synaptic connections. Walnuts, with their unique blend of omega-3 fats and vitamin E, help protect neural membranes from damage, maintaining efficient electrical signaling between brain cells. Dark chocolate, when consumed in moderation and with at least 70% cocoa, can increase cerebral blood flow and release dopamine, supporting both cognition and mood. However, nutrition alone is only one pillar of prevention. Mental activity plays a critical role in maintaining language recall and verbal agility. Reading aloud, engaging in deep conversation, and learning new languages or musical instruments are all forms of cognitive exercise that challenge the hippocampus and cortex simultaneously. These activities force the brain to forge new neural pathways, improving retrieval speed and word association. Even small daily practices, such as describing your surroundings out loud, reciting poetry, or summarizing what you've read, can stimulate regions involved in speech production and comprehension. The more diverse the mental activity, the broader the neural protection. Physical activity complements this process by improving circulation and delivering oxygen and glucose to the hippocampus. Regular aerobic movement, such as brisk walking, cycling, or swimming, promotes neurogenesis and increases levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that strengthens and repairs neural circuits. Light resistance training also contributes by balancing hormones and improving insulin sensitivity, both essential for stable cognitive performance. Exercise is not merely about fitness. It is one of the most potent natural medicines for maintaining verbal memory and mental flexibility. Sleep, often underestimated, is the time when the brain consolidates new memories and transfers information from short-term to long-term storage. When sleep is disrupted, the hippocampus cannot efficiently process language and meaning. Poor sleep, especially in middle or older age, accelerates hippocampal atrophy and weakens recall. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule, minimizing caffeine late in the day, and avoiding blue light before bed are simple yet powerful ways to protect brain function. It's also vital to reduce chronic stress, which floods the brain with cortisol, a hormone that damages hippocampal neurons over time. Meditation, mindfulness breathing, and exposure to nature lower stress hormones and restore calm, which in turn improves focus and word retrieval. Even spending 10 minutes in quiet reflection, journaling, or gratitude writing can ease mental tension and reestablish balance in neural circuits involved in memory. Equally, maintaining social engagement acts as a cognitive stabilizer. Conversations with others force the brain to search for words, recall facts, and interpret emotions in real time, an essential workout for language and memory systems. Isolation, by contrast, leads to underuse of these networks, hastening their decline. Regular social interaction, whether through group activities, community volunteering, or family meals, keeps the mind alert and emotionally connected. However, repeated or worsening difficulty in finding words should not be ignored, especially if it's accompanied by confusion, spatial disorientation, or changes in personality. These may point toward more serious conditions such as mild cognitive impairment or early Alzheimer's disease. Early medical consultation allows for interventions, nutritional therapy, medication adjustment, or metabolic testing that can stabilize or even improve cognitive performance. In some cases, deficiencies in vitamin B12, thyroid imbalance, or anemia mimic symptoms of memory decline and can be fully corrected with timely care. Ultimately, frequent word-finding trouble is not just an inconvenience. It's a message from the brain that it needs better nourishment, oxygen, rest, and challenge. The human brain thrives on use and renewal. It decays only when neglected. By consciously feeding it with antioxidant-rich foods, engaging it with stimulating learning, exercising to enhance blood flow, and maintaining emotional calm, you strengthen the very circuits that preserve speech, identity, and memory. Even if lapses occasionally occur, a consistent routine of care can restore clarity, speed, and confidence in communication. Every effort to protect the hippocampus today ensures that tomorrow's conversations remain lively, fluent, and full of meaning, proof that the aging mind, when nurtured wisely, can remain vibrant for life.